Hi guys, yes it really is me, I am back. Just a week's break. As I said, I did promise you it would just be a week, and it has been. I was actually going to do a video last night, but I just didn't have the time. I went to see Dave Spikey at City Varieties, who was amazing. It was brilliant. Always love seeing Dave Spikey, especially at City Varieties. It's one of his favourite venues to go to, and you can see he always enjoys it. So yeah, I literally finished work yesterday, came home, then went straight out, and I wasn't back till like 11. So yeah, there was meant to be one yesterday to go out tonight, but obviously that's not happened now. So yes, I've enjoyed my break. I feel a lot better after it. I'm still kind of flitting between the idea of possibly going back on medication, on meds for depression, but I'm still just going to give it a little bit longer and see about that. But I definitely feel in a much better place at the moment than when I left you guys before, because that was a really bad place to be. But yeah, it's been a good week. It's just been nice to relax and, you know, not worry about getting, you know, something out every single night on YouTube and everything. And it's just given me time to think things through that I want to do on the channel. You know, how I want to do certain things as well, and you know, give me a few ideas of kind of videos to do. So I'm not going to tell you because it's a surprise. But yeah, I'm going to start doing some stuff tonight. Already recorded the next Jonesy's question time, so that's going out Sunday. So that's going to be an every Sunday night thing now. That seemed to go down really well, the first one. You've outdone yourselves with the questions you've been sending in, guys, so please do carry on doing that. Again, you can leave them on the question time videos or at my Twitter. But yeah, I hope you'll enjoy the second one as well. That was another good one. You're yeah, like I said, the more varied the better, because I'm getting that nice variation of, you know, a lot of people wanting Leeds United questions, asking football questions and stuff, but then other people are asking very out there questions, and those are good ones to answer. Those are always fun ones to do. And yeah, just also want to say thank you for everyone who sent, you know, nice messages of support to me and everything. It's that's really helped me through the week, I've got to admit. So thank you for those of you who've done that, and for others for, you know, still subscribing and still watching my stuff. It's you know, that's the best support you can get, really. So what have I been up to? And what's happened in the week I've been away? Not a lot, to be honest with you. I'll get into the main point I'm going to talk about in a minute. Got a Hand of Truth t-shirt, new Hat Films t-shirt. I'm not sure how well that's even showing right now, but yeah, me and Charlie got one of those. It was like a limited edition one that Hat Films were doing to coincide with the Cornerstone series, the Minecraft series that Jonesy are doing at the moment. So yeah, really impressed with that. Got some, oh yeah, literally sort of, I think it was the day after I did my last diary, I got some bit. In fact, I'll go get them for you. I'd been on, was it eBay? No, Amazon or eBay? I think it was eBay, to get some original base set Pokemon cards, and they actually had some. So we've got we had a base set one there and a jungle one there, and I actually managed to keep the wrapping intact, so I haven't ripped any of it. So hang on, let me just do that. So I've actually got my hands on some original Pokemon cards, which I know it doesn't sound much, and it is, you know, it's pretty pathetic, and well, I won't say what I spent on them, but yeah, got a Vulpix, got a Coffin, got a Tangler, got a Pidgeotto, got a Ponyta, got a Magma, which is pretty cool, got a Magikarp as well, everyone loves a Magikarp, got a Dugong, and then a Gust of Wind and two energies. So that was pretty cool. But actually the best one was the Jungle Pack, which if I just get these out here, bear with me 1 second. Brother, I got a fucking Jungle Pikachu, bitches. Oh yeah, look at that. And I got a Vaporeon as well, which looks really, well, that just isn't focusing at all. Well done, camera. So yeah, those two are the best out of there. I've also got a Weeping Bell, a Dodrio, a Gloom, and Trainer, an Oddish, Goldeen, Mankey, Meowth, Spearow, and that was that. And I did also get, I'm just over there, I think they're called like lots, that you can buy sort of cards. It's just like a random mixture of any card from any set over time. You know, it could be just from the recent sets, or it could be from sets 5 years ago, 6, 7 years ago, or whatever. So yeah, was well, I'm quite happy with those now. But the way I was feeling back then, the night that I opened them, I didn't care, and it was really, I think that kind of showed me how much I needed that break just to bring myself around, because you know I'd waited all week for them, and then they kind of came through and I opened them. I just didn't show any real sort of enthusiasm towards them. So yeah, that kind of showed how bad I was really at the time. But yeah, you know, really happy with that. So yeah, video wise, like I say, got out the last week's, what did I get out? Yeah, the question time on Sunday, and I don't believe I've had anything up on my channel since then. On Bartat we've had out Gears of War, which, well, that was out last week, obviously I think you'd already seen that, and we put out the new 2 guys 1 controller video, which we just kind of did 2 videos one morning. It was the morning after bar chat actually. You'll have seen it on one of my last diaries. We were recording then, and it was just a quick idea. Then we thought we'd get 2 quick videos out of it, but the first one we were so happy with. The second one not so much. That might not go out, but we'll see. But we're so happy with it, we're thinking we're going to make it into a proper series and just do loads and loads of these, because we think it's something that would work quite well on YouTube. And kind of stick to me and Charlie being the 2 guys that are just using the controller whilst Lee kind of commentates or sits in the background, possibly with a camera and recording it, you know, a bit of behind the scenes kind of thing. So yeah, watch your space on that one. Obviously it depends when we can get together to record it, which is a bit of an issue, but yeah, that's something we'll come across. So yeah, the main point of today, I can't really ignore it, is obviously the whole Leeds United issue, which I was kind of hoping, you know, was so close to the end of the season. You know, everything was looking quite nice, quite peaceful. You know, the team going on a very nice run, I think 2nd in the form chart or something. You know, nothing really going on, you know, in the papers wise, you know, not in there for any bad reasons. Obviously stuff would come to a head when Cellino gets back and everything like that, but just thought, you know, a couple of weeks left of the season, we could just get through, have a steady end, and you know, just get some nice results, and that would be that, and Redfern and the players and everything would be happy going into the summer. But no, this is Leeds United, so that doesn't happen, of course. So yesterday, which was Thursday, out of the blue, complete blue, no one was expecting it, it got announced that Steve Thompson, the assistant manager that Neil Redfern spent however many weeks and months trying to get into the club, that he had been suspended by well, Nicola Salerno, and it just completely took everyone by surprise. You know, reporters close to the club and everything. Well, it's taken the team and Redfern by surprise. You know, none of them were expecting it by the sounds of it. You know, Redfern's press conference, you could tell how angry and pissed off he was. You know, it took him by surprise. He didn't know why he'd been suspended. Apparently he hadn't been given any reason either, which I can't really get my head around. The statement that Leeds United released was pathetic. It was about 2 lines, basically just saying we're not going to say anything more because it's an internal issue. It also came out that Redfern has been pressured into not picking Mirko Antonucci recently, because apparently there was a clause in his contract that if he scores 12 goals this season, then he automatically just gets a new contract, which obviously costs the club more money. And you know, he's on 10 goals now, so if he just scores 2 more goals, then that effectively, you know, triggers that clause. So he's been pressured by the powers that be that set the contract up not to play him. So just get your head around that a second. So Salerno was probably the one who, well, either him or Cellino, you know, were involved in these contract talks about getting Antonucci in. They've set that clause, and now because of that clause that they've set, they're basically stopping probably our best striker at the club from playing. speechless, absolutely speechless. I've been speechless since yesterday about it. Really, I've not said anything on Twitter. I've just kind of let it kind of pan out and just see what other people have said. And it's one of those things now that personally I can't see Redfern staying. You know, that's probably going to lead to the youngsters that we're trying so hard to hold on to for next season. They're probably going to go because, you know, it's down to Redfern that they've kind of come through. It's down to Steve Thompson. You know, it's no coincidence that since he came in, you know, the results have been so much more improved. If it is a coincidence, it's a crazy coincidence, but everything has come back together. You know, Luke Murphy put it down to Thompson for his, you know, big resurgence in form. So, you know, clearly two guys there that have got this team working for each other and playing really good football. They've been split up for what seems to be no reason at the moment. Redfern's not happy. Like I say, I would be very, very surprised if he stays on. I mean, I think he said himself that he's going to have to think about his future at the club. And like I say, if he does go, then it's going to be extremely difficult keeping hold of some of those players. Now, you know, our chairman, Mr. Umbers, who still nobody knows, came out today. In fact, I'll tell you what he said. He spoke to Adam Pope on through email, and it's on Twitter that Popey has put it to the Leeds fans. And I have to say, fair play to a lot of the journalists and people the past few days. You know, they have not been kind of staying quiet on this whole issue. You know, they've been telling it as they see it, and saying how out of order the club and the board have been. Henry Winter again, who is, I think I've mentioned before, but a journalist that I've always looked up to. I've always enjoyed reading his stuff. And he always has a lot of nice things and good things to say about Leeds United as well, but he's a decent, proper journalist as far as I'm concerned. But Adam Pope has had a couple of email conversations with Umbers today. Let me just find some of them. So the first one, let's get that back up. The first one he said was, as a club, we have to make professional decisions. These may be unpopular, and we, the board, may be berated by the press and fans. It goes with the turf sometimes, but they are right decisions. One by one, we are sorting out our massive problems. It is all about making Leeds United once and forever a proper football club again. If we were selling this club, we would not be working 24/7. The club is not for sale. Probably talking about Russell Crowe or something there, or the Leeds United fans thing. Our young players are not for sale, and of course contract negotiations are foremost in our mind and will be delivered. Our transfer embargo will be lifted soon, and we will strengthen certain obvious areas. Massimo Cellino cannot wait to come back and will be present at our end of season play dinner at Ellen Road in early May. So of course, everyone will be looking forward to seeing him there. So that was the first conversation I had with him. He then sent another one to Popey denying about the whole Antonucci thing, saying the rumours are wrong. Marco Antonucci has always been available for selection and will always be available. It is up to Neil whether he plays him or not on the merits of his match day strategy. In the last 15 games, Neil has decided to play alternative strikers in the first team, but included Mirko in the squad. Nothing has changed in Mirko's availability to play, and that includes this weekend. We had significant interest from other clubs to take him in the emergency window, and we refused at a very good wages too. He is part of our short, medium and long-term strategy in football. He also loves playing for Leeds United. So that's the second one. And the third and final one on the decision to suspend and get rid of Steve Thompson. The decision by Nicola Salerno, head of football, to suspend the contract of Steve Thompson is, of course, disruptive, but this is an internal issue and one that the board accepted. It is never easy accepting or making a decision like this, particularly when the performance of our team has been as successful as it has been since January 1st. But we believe that we know the right strategy to rebuild Leeds United now and over the next few seasons. Unpopular decisions sometimes have to be made in both business and football. This is a board's responsibility to its fans in football. And Poppy apparently said to Umbers that there is a contradiction in suspending someone who has been integral to the rise of the team since January 1st, which I agree 100% with. And he just sounds like one of these generic chairmen that just comes out with all this shite. I mean, you can't take anything from that really. And the whole board. I mean, the sooner that GFH and Chelino and this whole circus just fucks right off, the better, really. It's something that, when it happened yesterday, I didn't want to make it kind of get to me or let it get to me, or get angry about it. Because like I say, I was going out last night, I wanted to go have a laugh with Dave Spike and everything, and I did, so I didn't let it get to me. My dad, on the other hand, he's been really bad with it, but that's my dad for you. But today, sort of looking over things and having time to think about it all, it is so infuriating and frustrating and annoying, and it's just downright wrong the way that this board just thinks they can treat the fans. I mean, there's no clarity there at all. I mean, one of our leading strikers and best strikers at the football club putting in a clause like that, which seems to have been left out and not told to either Redfern or the fans or anything. I mean, I know contracts are usually a private thing, but something like that is just absolutely ridiculous. I mean, I don't believe a thing Umbers has said there, that it's not true for so many people to have said it, but then again, I don't know, sometimes journalists say things to sell newspapers and everything, but then again, there'd be no reason for Popey to say it, he's got nothing to sell. So it is a mess. Once again, we do find ourselves in a mess, going towards the end of the season, preparations for next season ongoing, and it's just like we're back to the start of the season again, with no idea where we're going. And yeah, frustration again is the key word, I think. So we've got the game against Blackburn tomorrow. I'm working, so I can't go to it, which is unfortunate, but I get the feeling it's going to be a bit of a uneasy atmosphere, a bit tense. I think with the disruption now, it's probably going to be a Blackburn loss, and if it is, I think people are going to get very, very angry. Well, it has been shown on Twitter. Like I said, I tried to avoid it yesterday, but all the stuff that I did see was just a lot of anger being vented over there, and quite rightly so. So yeah, I was really wishing we could get to the end of the season without me having to talk about anything like this, but yeah, it just wasn't meant to be, was it? So I think I'll leave it there, guys. There's not much else for me to say today. I'm having a night of sort of editing, record. I'm going to record a new video which might go up tonight. If not, I will put it out tomorrow. It's going to be a tag video. That's something that's kind of in my mind and in my sights for the channel at the moment. But you'll see that more sort of prominent over the coming weeks. So yeah, I'll leave it there, guys. Once again, thank you so much for the support that the majority of you have given me over the past few weeks. No, over the past week. I can't even count. Yeah, it really has been appreciated, guys. Really, really kind of you. And yeah, I hope you've all been okay. I've tried to keep in contact with those of you that have sent me messages and comments and everything. But yeah, hope you've all had a good week. I hope you have a very good Easter as well. And I'll speak to you all tomorrow, guys.